Good morning, folks. DJ Wonder Chrissy here, back at you on the other side. It is January 2nd, 2024. Welcome to the new year. A little Rio Nights music for you today. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you had a good holiday, a good new year. And we're getting ready for football national champion coming up, I guess. Maybe next weekend, who knows? I forget. Luckily, the Bears season is almost over. They're going to play the Packers on Sunday, and their season will finally end. Thank goodness. So let's get the show on the road. I'll bring the music down, which is what the DJ does. So there you go. We brought the music down. Let's set up today's show for you. Let's see here. Let's find what we got here. Where did it go? No, where did my stuff go? No! I hate when that happens. So let's, I don't know. I think it's gone. Damn. All right, so let's go back. Plan B. Let's see here. There you go. We'll go with Kimmy today because we're going to talk about money. I hope you guys didn't dig yourself too much of a hole over the holidays. I don't know about you guys, but we cut back quite a bit in giving this year. Charitable and just holiday giving. We really took a look at things and cut back drastically, and I'm glad that we did. It was much needed activity that needed to be done. There you go. Enough about giving money to everyone, right? Let them earn their own. Yeah, if you want money, earn your own, folks. That's advice from DJ Wonder Chrissy. So as long as we're talking about Monday, quick migrant update here. Brandon Johnson, he's been crying for some federal money, which is going to do nothing more than cause inflation to rage again. Him and Eric Adams and the guy in was it Mike Johnson, his name, in Denver. They're all crying for money. Sanctuary cities, they didn't have any money set aside to take care of these people. So now, right, coming out of Christmas, Brandon, our buddy Brandon Johnson, let's go, Brandon, let's go. Found $95 million. I guess he was checking the cushions of the couches in the fourth floor mayor's office and came across $95 million from the event that happened a couple of years ago where everybody was getting the jabby. He found $95 million that he didn't know that he had. So he's going to spend that money, and realistically, that's probably going to last him a month. They're spending our state. Like I said, I live in Illinois, right? We live in Illinois. We spent $500+ million last year, so that at best will get them 2 months. 2 months worth of expenses. And in case you haven't heard, we had some more incoming over the weekend. Governor Abbott, hey, kudos to Governor Abbott. Shout out to the people in Texas. Keep them coming. Even though the people are passing ordinances like you would not believe. I mean, there's even cities that don't even have a metro station that are passing ordinances because they don't want buses showing up and dropping them off at the shopping mall in their town, I guess. That's South Barrington. Kind of odd, but everyone else is protecting themselves with ordinances. We had a couple of drops in the last couple of weeks. One over here in Fox River Grove, which is like 2 miles from my house. And then another one that was probably 8 miles from my house in Woodstock, right between Christmas and New Year. We had Governor Abbott, creativity. I give him a 10. I give him a 10 in creativity. Yeah. Governor Abbott, you get a 10 for creativity. He leased a 777. That's like the biggest airplane you can rent. A 777. He leased a 777. He filled it up with about 350 migrants and had it flown into Rockford, Illinois, which is about an hour and a half from downtown Chicago. And he rented some buses, and they're still trying to find out where there was 8 buses, where they ended up. Obviously, they didn't take them to downtown Chicago. They took them to the burbs and dispersed them, and who knows where they're at. I suspect they found a metro train to their liking and boarded it and headed it downtown Chicago. But the news reporters around here are pretty lame. I think they're relying on Texas to tip them off on stuff, and I don't think there's a lot of tips. So there was some video footage of the Rockford thing, and huge plane. They escorted them to the county line and let them go. So there you have it, an update on the migrants. Brandon's spending his money. He found some in the couch cushions. So if you're looking, like I said, if you're tapped out from New Year's and holiday spending, you may want to check your couch, right? There's one tip. Another tip is start looking in your desk drawers, your bedroom drawers, wherever. You may have some old gift cards lying around. Like I got gift cards all over the place. You might find some of this laying around. Those are some ideas. Check your couch. I mean, right. Check your couch too. Maybe you'll find $95 million like Brandon. Oh my God, wouldn't that be great? $95 million in your couch. But no, truthfully, folks, from the Schwamsey in me. If you don't know what Schwamsey is, it's a little bit of David Ramsey combined with Charles Schwab. Okay, those are the principles that I roll from. I am a longtime advocate and satisfied customer of Charles Schwab, folks. So if you're looking for a brokerage company that treats you right and doesn't look at your account balance, go to Charles Schwab. They're a great company, great value. They don't charge you anything really, just the normal stuff, and great service, great website. They'll help get you to make some more of this stuff. I firmly endorse them. So Charles Schwab it is, folks. But I'm just telling you what I do. It's not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I do. So there you go. Other ways you can save money is if you've dug yourself a holiday hole, as I like to call it, you need to get out from under that debt, okay? Debt will lead you nothing more than to slavery, okay? And if you're looking at my friend here, Kimmy, making it rain, she's no debtor. She doesn't have any debt. She's making it rain. So she's found her way out from under her debt in a big way. I think she's a billionaire, if not more. And she's living the life debt-free. That's what you need to do. So you need to devise a plan. The first thing you need to do is, if you have debt, is prioritize your debt from the highest interest rate to the lowest, and put all your money, any available money you have, towards the highest debt, and clear that out and keep doing that like a punch list until you're done. That's what I would do. That's what I'm telling you should probably do. Again, it's not financial advice. So you need to clear off that debt, and you need to start your emergency fund, right? Got to have a little emergency fund here like this. That's what you do. You get yourself some, so you start out small with change and singles and convert it into $100 bills. And then once you do that, you can start talking about buying some assets, okay? It's all about assets, folks, because this stuff is going to be printed into oblivion as our friends Eric Adams and Brandon Johnson start asking for more of this from the government. Every time they do the printing of this stuff, it destroys the purchasing power. Since 1970, this has lost 98% of its purchasing power. Let me say that again. This only has 2% of its purchasing power left. And the folks in Washington, D.C. are quickly devising a way to destroy that. So saving all your money in dollars, not such a smart idea, folks. You might want to get yourself some precious metals. You might want to get yourself some classic cars if you're into that. You might want to get yourself some tangible things of value, whatever that is. Collection. People like to collect things. Maybe it's some precious jewels. Maybe it's some Rolex watches or expensive watches. But be careful, because the value, watches during the 2 years ago when the jabby was going on, watch prices were going through the roof. You couldn't find expensive watches anywhere. The stores were all sold out. Now the value of those is plummeted. So you got to be careful. Make sure whatever it is you do, you understand the value of that. And everything has a cycle, right? Cycle is an up and a down, up and a down. So we're going through a real estate cycle right now. So you're going to start seeing prices of homes across the United States starting to plummet. They're already going down here a little bit slowly, but I think they're going to pick up steam in the new year and head downward. Here's if I had a crystal ball. Hey, guess what? I just happen to have a crystal ball right here. So let me look into this crystal ball and see what I see for 2024. Okay, so let me do a quick read here and see what's in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. So the first thing I see is the Fed is under assault. The stock market, Wall Street, is putting pressure on Jerome Powell to reduce the interest rate, the Fed interest rate that's been rising for the last 2 years. They want him to bring that down because Wall Street loves cheap money. They loved the era where interest rates were zero, money was flowing freely, and everyone was investing their money in the stock market. So now that the interest rates have risen, some of the smart people have bought into CDs and high-yield savings accounts where they can get 5% or more. I was just checking CD rates at Charles Schwab, their CD exchange. It's been going down. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got some CDs at 5.4% interest, and today I can't find anything higher than 5. So we've almost taken a dive of about 0.4 of a point, and I'm not sure where it's going. But the Fed meets at the end of the month. I think like the 30th or 31st is their meeting, and we'll see what they do. I got a feeling they probably won't lower rates, but they will keep rates. They'll do another pause on us, and we'll see where it goes from there. But they're going to have to do something here. They're trying to monitor inflation, and as I said, if you listen to the mainstream media, they're making it sound like inflation is going down. It's not going down, folks. inflation is slowing its rise, is what's happening. But they like to pass it off as going down. So let me translate that for you. Inflation is not going down. The rapid rise rate of inflation is just slowing, but it's still going up. Still going up. It's probably 3-4% here, folks. And on top of that, when they report those rates, they don't include food or energy. So granted, gas prices are down here for some reason. We're like about 280 now, 284 here in the Midwest, which is much better than it was, but it's still not better when that other guy was in office. I mean, we used to, several years ago, like 4 years ago, I remember going to Wisconsin. We were paying $1.99 a gallon, if you could phantom that. So I envision higher oil prices. That's what my little crystal ball's telling me, because of things going on in the Middle East and our reliance on other people to pump that stuff for us. I definitely see, and the fact that our strategic oil reserves are pretty much 50% drained at this point, and at that point we need our government to stop draining those oil reserves, because otherwise we will have nothing. So I see price of oil going up a little bit, especially towards the summer when everyone's going to be wanting some of that stuff. So that's another thing I see happening in 2024. So I see the housing market, the prices on houses coming down. It's up to the Fed to determine where home interest rates go. They may stay where they're at. Remember, Jerome Powell said he wanted things higher longer? So that tells me that Jerome, at worst case, just wants to pause things and let things go. And he's looking at inflation. And if inflation truly starts abating or coming down, I mean, they're shooting for 2%. As I told you guys before, there is no thing as zero inflation. There has not been zero inflation for many, many years. 2% is the goal of the Fed. That's something that people can live with, something that is palatable by the people. They can actually grow their dollar a little bit at 2%, but in some of these 3-4% ranges, the wage earner can't keep up. The wage earner cannot keep up with 3 or 4% inflation. And like I said, if anyone's been to the grocery store, you know prices are not cheap, not cheap. Now some things have come down, like granted, eggs have gone down. And actually, milk around here is pretty reasonable. It's like $2.68 for a gallon of milk. Eggs maybe, heading down towards like $1.50 or lower. I haven't checked lately, but I do remember many, many years ago, eggs were 71 cents a dozen here at our Aldi. At our Aldi, we had 71-cent dozen eggs, large, and it's not going back to that in any way, shape, or form. I also remember 68 cent Snickers, the little bars, 68 cents at Aldi. Last time I was there, it was like $1.30. So that's like doubled. That's 100% increase right there. In most places you can, if you go to Maynard's, I'm a Maynard's guy. They don't even have the small candy bars anymore. They have the king size ones that are costing like $2.50, $2.60. Ridiculous. A candy bar is $2.60. Crazy. That is just crazy. So I hope let me put the crystal ball away. We don't want to break it. Oh, okay. We'll put that over there. So I hope gave you guys a little idea of what to do once you've dug yourself a hole of debt for the holidays. I know some people just can't get around cutting back and reducing spending, but if you got caught into that trap, that's what you need to do, folks. You need to curtail your spending now big time. Pay off that debt so you can move on and you can start buying some assets. You gotta curate or get your inner Kimmy going, right? Get your inner Kimmy going. You need to head your way to billionaireism, right? And you do that by getting yourself some assets, okay? Beautiful ones like this, right? So that's all I have. Check out all the other videos on our channel. We got some financial stuff. We got some car shows. We got some food reviews. We got a little bit of everything on Land Cruiser Midwest. This is Migrant Mayhem. More migrants as it comes. I think the buses and planes are flying, and maybe even some trains. I got a feeling that they're going to be coming by train before long. There is the Texas Eagle runs from San Antonio to Chicago. Takes like 30 hours. I'm surprised they haven't started using that. It's only like $277 one way on Amtrak. And you know our friend Joe Bergen loves Amtrak. He's an Amtrak guy. So I'm DJ Wonder Chrissy, and hope you guys are rocking and rolling in 2024. And let's finish it there for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Over and out.